Hello, good evening. Welcome to a conversation with Krave. I'm Katrina. Tonight we're talking about my girls, which is behind me. Can you see me? Look at her. She's beautiful. Okay. So my girls is about four friends who love each other. They're best friends. They're married. So my question tonight, how close are you and your friends? And did you ever think about getting really close with your friends, or that's something you just wouldn't be into? Or maybe something you was feeling something inside for one of your friends, but you never told anybody. So me personally, no, but I do like Baltimore City Finest in uniforms. Don't tell nobody. Anyway, so they have four husbands. Now they're all friends. They have date night. The book is available everywhere. Books a Million, Barnes and Noble, Thrifty Books. Anyway, you can think of it's available. So, but it is, you have to read the first two books. It's a trilogy. Crave, Crave, I Can't Breathe, My Girls. Master Mercedes will be out, let's say the 20th of May, be on the safe side. So these friends love each other, or do they? Now you have one person that's in charge. So it's always a ringleader, Ebony. Ebony is, let's Ebony's broken. So with her being broken, break people, because we all know hurt people hurt people. So with Ebony, she bring everybody together. But then when you read the book, because it's like um, we all coming together, and then she laid everything on the table at one of their girls' nights about being with each other, and I don't think nobody hesitated except for I think Mia, but she always wanted to be she was first. So when you read the book, you'll see what I'm saying. But they were all into it within minutes. They didn't think about it. They just jumped right into it. So Nisha, Nisha, the assistant is here. Say hi,
Hi.
Nisha. So one of your friends came to you and said, "Hey, I've been looking at you. I've been thinking about you." Oh, no, no, no. Okay. So how would you take that?
Well, for one, probably as a compliment. Thank you.
Hmm.
But two, I probably wouldn't feel the same.
Hmm.
I think all my friends are very pretty and attractive in a sense.
Okay.
I love them all. I feel like they're all beautiful. But I do not find them like sexually attractive.
Okay.
So I think that's the difference just with me personally.
Okay.
So that's where it would just be like, no, but thank you and I
But we
love
can go
you.
to the
But
mall. We
we
can
can
go
go
to the
to the
mall.
mall.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. But me personally, I don't think I ever looked at women like that. Like, if I see somebody that's beautiful, I'm like, oh, you're beautiful, da da da.
Mhm.
I don't hate on nobody. If you're beautiful, you're gonna get called out.
Mhm.
But no, I'm good. I kind of like the muscles and you know what I'm saying? But so do you think the four girls has always wanted to experiment? That's why they was just like, yes. Do you think it was always in them? That's why they say yes.
The fact that they barely hesitated and you like within
Yes.
minutes, I feel like 100% they always wanted to experiment
Hmm.
or at least thought of it or thought of something like I want to try that, which is completely fine. So
Or
they
it
were
could have been
all
pressure from Ebony because we all know Ebony crazy.
right. I feel like they probably all wanted to, but not in the way that she intended. I feel like
Hmm.
she had a little plan in her head of some type of control over them, and
Mm.
they just kind of wanted to have a little bit more fun rather than that type of
Yes.
control that she had on.
Because our plan was to break them,
Mm.
because she's hurt. And if you, excuse me, if you go back and read the book, you'll see that, uh, oh, I can't get that away. I'm sorry. I missed that. But because it leads into Master Mercedes, I can't say nothing. I almost caught myself. But do you think it's love or lust?
Definitely love.
Love.
I feel like personally, I think
Mhm.
it's love because love you wouldn't want to hurt them.
Oh,
I feel like it's
yes.
different versions of love,
Hmm.
but the type of like love that we're all looking for, you wouldn't want
Mm,
to hurt them, and that's what she intends to do. So I feel like it's more of a lustful. I want to control the
right.
situation, and the other girls they're probably in lust up with like what could be, but they're not in love with each other.
That makes sense. And also because maybe sometimes when you're married, it's the same old,
Right.
same old, same old. Tuesday nights, Tuesday night sparkles. You know what I'm saying? Birthdays, anniversaries, holidays. You know what I'm saying? So what Ebony's doing, she's bringing that spice, that
Mhm.
spunk, that excitement
Yeah.
into what
That
they're
they're
not getting at
craving.
home. Like Mia, her husband is an attorney. He don't have time for that. Lay down, bam. All right, then. See you in the morning.
Mhm.
So Ebony doing drive-by. She coming past the house saying, "Come outside," and
Mhm.
and then they're just like enjoying each other
Yeah.
in a car at your big age at 50, knowing your knees gonna hurt. Like what are you doing? Knees, back, all that, everything gonna hurt at your big age. But it's spontaneous, it's
Yeah.
exciting. So I don't think they love Ebony personally. I
Mhm.
think they like what she brings, the
Yeah.
excitement, the fulfillment of what's next,
Mhm. And what they're
and
lacking.
and what she how she takes them to that special place by invite only. I can't say the words, but it's a
Oh,
group.
right.
Read the book and you'll see what I'm saying. You understand why I can't say the words. Let me fix my head a little bit. But so, but I really think that Tina was really into read the book. Tina was really into Ebony, but I think she kind of hurt her a little bit.
Mhm.
And then the things that Ebony's doing, she's trying to break everybody's marriage.
Mhm.
How would you think the husbands will feel if they found out the wives were playing cards?
I feel
Playing
like
cards.
right. I feel like they would feel probably betrayed
You
and
think so?
like maybe because it's like
Hmm.
somebody else is giving my life what I wasn't
Hmm.
and they're going for it. Like my life is just going for it.
Well, he don't have no cookie to give, so
What?
I mean, well, I understand what you're saying.
Or intimidated.
Okay,
Intimidated might be a better word
okay,
that I'm looking for because it's like you're getting satisfaction from something that I can't personally give you.
right.
And I wish that I could, and now I see that you're
But
enjoying
could he
something.
though?
If he put the
How many
effort in, how
how
many?
many men out here don't be
Mhm.
eating cookies from the cookie shop? Like, you know what I'm saying? They be on sale. But I mean, how many men don't do that? So Ebony coming in, but they thinking she's coming in to, I guess, bring them all together. But
Yeah.
instead, Ebony is in pain from Master. I will say
Ooh.
she's in pain, and since he hurt her, she is going to hurt everybody around her. I think she want them all in submission.
Mhm. Dysfunction. Mhm.
So so it's like,
Right.
okay, well, or could it be that she's jealous of the relationship and the love? Now I'm gonna say this, but I can't say it. I'm gonna say no. I'm not gonna say it because when you read Master Mercedes, you'll see how Ebony jumps in. But then it's going to be to the point where it's going to be another book, which is, I'm going to tell you, it's the crossover. I can't tell you what's in it and what's going on, but so everything comes to light. Everything comes to light. But the bottom line is that this person is hurt because this person hurt her. Hurt people, hurt people.
Yep.
So do you really think that Ebony actually, do you think she can love?
Not right now,
Not right now.
but I feel like everybody's capable of it.
Even though she was in the psych ward?
She might need to go back again. She might
I
need like
agree.
a little bit more
She
therapy,
might need little bit
more
more.
healing
Hmm.
to process her emotions and not be the one to inflict hurt. just because she was hurt. So she gotta learn how to not do that.
Exactly.
Change her mindset a little
But
bit.
she was there. But did she come out worse? Because if you were in the ward, why would you come back out starting shit? Like, what is wrong with you, ma'am?
She's different. She's
She came back out
different.
starting drama. So in the whole time she's in there, she's supposed to be healing from this
Yeah.
person who broke her to the core. But then she turns around and try to break up these marriages. Why are you doing that? And then now the goal is to go after the husband. Will she succeed? Will they give in? Because you know sometimes men cannot turn down no cookies.
Easy.
So you want to try to figure out where she's going and why she's doing what she's doing and how to stop the pain that she's in. Maybe if she actually tell them what she's going through,
Yeah.
she won't have to endure all this pain by herself. Because right now she's suffering in silence, and that's the worst thing you can do is suffer in silence. You have to tell someone. You have to talk to someone. Or fire that doctor that you just had because you should not be out here starting shit when you just came out the hospital. You know, because this man still has control. Basically, if she's coming out of this situation, that man still has control because now she's trying to hurt people. She's trying to feed that pain she's in.
And recreate the pain.
Yes. Well, why would you want to recreate it though? Because
Very-
maybe she's feeding off of it.
Yeah.
She's, you know,
It's almost like she's learning from him and how to do it to other people. But I don't.
why would you do it to other people when you ain't like when it was done to you?
Exactly. I wonder. Yeah, that's the thing. I want to get into her mindset.
Will we get into her mindset?
Will we
That's
get
something.
into her mindset?
I don't know. It's just like I really think if she can find that one person that can have her back, because I'm gonna tell you right now, the master Mercedes has somebody that will have her back. Ebony has no one, but I'm gonna take that back. In the crossover, you'll find out more about Ebony. You know, it's somebody there for her. But sometimes when we're going through stuff, we don't want to tell people what we're going through because we're so afraid we're going to be judged. Like, I can't believe you let him do that to her. Why would you let him do that to her?
Right.
No, we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all fall in love. Like I said before, when you tell somebody you love them, you give that person power. When I say power, it is power. You're giving that person the ammo to break your heart. And there's nothing you can do about it. And there's no cure for love. Love is an addiction that you cannot come back from. You just gotta have some strong faith, not act like Ebony, have a friend, have a small friend or something. I mean, if you gotta go to a senior citizen home and talk to an old person, they will school you, honey. Go find you an old man and let him talk to you and tell him everything you got going on. It is wisdom in a senior citizen home. And I don't think people realize that. Go get that knowledge, learn. Because at this point, Nisha, if you had a friend like Ebony and you see the things that she's doing and how she's trying to pull you into all her bull, how would you handle that? Me personally, I'm gonna say, sit your dumb ass down. You ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
You know? So how would you handle that?
It's complicated because you still want to be a good friend to the person.
Right.
You still want to understand where they come from and not be super judgmental about it either.
Right.
Because everyone, like you said, is completely human. We all make mistakes. We all fall in love. And things just happen to happen. But it's also, as being a friend, you got to check them.
Right.
So I feel like everything definitely needs to be checked.
Nobody checks her.
Exactly.
Nobody.
And that's the problem. That's why she keeps doing it.
I think Tina went up against her and tried to cut her off, but of course she forces herself back in the picture again.
That's manipulation too.
Right. So with all this pain, you want everybody else in pain because you're in pain instead of actually talking to somebody. You have a husband. Talk to your husband.
But she doesn't feel safe enough to, obviously.
But you felt safe with Master, and that can't be true. You better read Master and Mercedes. I'm gonna tell you right now, you can't possibly feel safe with him because he's a piece of work. It's just like, do you feel or get the sense that they know that she's in pain? Because I think if you're around people, they kind of pick up your aura a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Maybe it's too much for them, and they don't even want to acknowledge it.
or they just want the spiciness. That could
That's
be it.
yeah.
They
That
just
is
want
a
the
yeah.
spiciness.
Mhm.
Because nobody ever said they were leaving their husband. They
Right.
just like to go have fun at the hotel and they just be playing. They be playing, having fun. They just be playing
Just
with
a
their
girls'
little toys.
night.
It's they got toys and everything. Toys and everything. So it's like we just hanging out, we just playing. I can't. You know, so it I think that when you're going through something, you should really, really find someone you can talk to. Because at this point, Ebony, I think Tina would have been a great person for her to talk to at this point. You know, to talk about not so much Kate, because Kate is she's an idiot. But you'll read it and see. But Mia, yeah. Kate is more so, let's just make everybody happy. You know, so get along. But you know, so with Mia, by her being an attorney, I think she would have been a great person for um I can't. Mia would have been a great person for I'm thinking, well Tina. I think Tina is the more level-headed one.
Yeah, I feel like that's the one who matched her energy the most,
Mm-hmm.
and could have potentially been the one to help her in a way. But again, manipulation, lust can do a lot. I don't know.
Please forgive us. I know we look distracted. I look distracted because husband's gonna come in here with this big ass box, and he just, what are you doing, Bob the Builder? But we're gonna keep going. But you know, so I think Tina would have been a great person. And now, at this point, if you read My Girls, you'll see she's coming after Tina husband, but Tina husband is not the person she think he is. He is gangster turned legit. So she caught the right one. You understand? He's a firefighter now, cleaned himself up. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever underestimate somebody's past or what they've been through. You never know people. So now she kind of made her, well, I guess, well, is it her match? Oh, I'm the author. We'll see. But I can tell you this, she is still on this mission. So any day this man wake up and decide he want her, guess who falling to their knees? With a husband and all. There's nothing you can do about it. Because Master overpowers her husband, no matter what. Anybody in her life. When you read the book, you'll see she gave away all her money to him. She just signed her bank account away for love. What would you do for love? Would you give him to? Would you give him all your money for love, Misha?
No.
Would you give him all the money for love?
I would not. But again, I never experienced that type of love before, so I can't say yes or no. But I really, really hope that I don't.
Let me tell you something. I don't have it, and you ain't getting it. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
No. She signed over everything. Anytime a man, you fall in love with a man and you give him that type of access there, you beyond love this man. This man broke her so bad, she had to sell her business, her home, and move to another state. And you took all that pain with you. That's kind of serious. That's kind of, a little deep or whatever. But not having nobody to talk to, and whoever your doctor was at that psych ward, they should be fired. Because there's no way you should be getting out of there making plans to break everybody that comes your way because you're feeding off their pain. Love is an addiction. And I pray that no one falls in love. That's why I say get you an old man at a nursing home. And they will tell you, because I had one when I worked at this hospital a long time ago. And it was like, this man was like, let me tell you something. You never want a man truly, truly to fall in love with you, because it could be the most dangerous thing, deadliest thing in your life. When a man truly loves a woman. Yeah. That's why I say I love talking to our older people, because they can teach you stuff. And that's what she needs. She needed somebody. But when you get into the crossover, you'll see her family life. Right now, you just see what Michael's taking her through. And I really think the four girls can be friends, had they not involved sex. So now it's
Yeah.
just that
Messy.
it's messy now, and it's because they want to play with their toys and eat ice cream, and but you need that one friend that you. Why is Misha laughing? What is going on with her? Um, you need that one friend that you can be like, okay, let me tell you what's going on.
Yeah.
Because from Mercedes, Master and Mercedes, Mercedes has that person, and that's the. Oh, I was about to say something. You got to buy the book. Well, all right, damn, I'm about to go. Anyway, have a wonderful evening. Have a great night.